Operate panel is the interface that controls the Coloreel unit, and in this video we will show you everything you need to know how to use it, on the touchscreen and the PC. When starting the Coloreel unit, you may need to enter a pin code using the on-screen keypad. You can also see the Coloreel unit's IP address for connecting to the service tool and diagnosis problems. If you want to change the pin code or turn it off, connect to the service tool and open the tab for security, where you will see the current pin. To remove the pin, delete all the characters and press Remove Pin. To set a new one, enter at least 6 numbers and then press Set Pin. The home screen of the Operate panel is the gallery, where you select the designs for printing and access other features. In the middle of the screen are the designs stored on your Coloreel unit, which can be scrolled up and down by swiping your finger. If you import designs using the service tool, you can sort your designs into folders, which are shown at the top of the list. At the bottom, you can see the ink levels of the 4 colors cartridges. At the top right is the button to show the notifications, which you should always check whenever you turn it on or before starting an embroidery. If any warnings appears, you should address them as soon as possible to ensure smooth running of the Coloreel unit. And finally, below is the button to enter settings, which we will explore more later. Switching to list view by pressing the icon at the top left corner, you can see the date when the designs are created, and delete them by tapping the trash can. To import designs, insert a USB drive into one of the slots on the Coloreel units. Tap the USB icon, select the files you want to import, and then press Import. To print a design, select a file, and the Coloreel unit will change to the preview screen and start warming up. When the unit has reached operating temperature, the start button will change to green. Pull the thread through the Coloreel unit until the start marker reaches 7 cm past the needle. Once you have done this, press Start on your embroidery machine and begin printing your design. Once embroidery has started, if you need to quit the print job, press the red button in the corner. Otherwise, once the design is finished, press the green button to return to the gallery. If you encounter a thread break, first clear the error on the embroidery machine. Then quit the design in progress on the Coloreel unit. Fix the issue on your embroidery machine and back up a few stitches, as you would normally do. Restart the design on the Coloreel unit and press the button for Start at Stitch. Enter the current stitch number displayed on the embroidery machine. Press Start and pull thread until the start marker is 7 cm past the needle. Press Start on your embroidery machine to continue your design. Now that we have looked at everything to do with embroidering, let's look at the setting page by pressing the yellow icon at the top right of the gallery. The setting page has 5 tabs: Network, Levels, Storage, Preferences, and About. At the top of the network page is your Coloreel unit's IP address, which is used to connect to the service tool, and desktop version of operator panel. Low down the page you can see the settings used to connect to your network. In most cases connection is made automatically, but if you need to set a static IP address, uncheck the boxes for IP address and DNS server, and enter the settings with the keypad. Moving on, the level tabs show the ink remaining in the 4 color cartridges, and is the same as the small icon shown on the right side of the screen. The storage page shows how much free space is left on the Coloreel unit's hard drive, but as you can see, the Coloreel unit has plenty of storage space, so running out of space shouldn't be a problem. On the preference page, you can see any setups you have created for the CCP in Service Tool, and switch between them. And also choose between light and dark mode depending on your personal preference. Finally, the About page shows the software version running on the Coloreel unit and the software licenses used in the product. As well as the touchscreen on the unit, the operator panel can be controlled by using an internet browser, allowing any computer on the same local network to control the Coloreel unit. With your computer connected to the same local network as your Coloreel unit, make a note of the IP address in Settings, then enter it as shown into your web browser. Once connected, you can control the operator panel in the same way as on the touchscreen, including starting and stopping print jobs from your computer. The only thing you can't do is import files, which must still be done with a USB drive or using the service tool.